Okay, we are live. Sorry for some delay because Trishadi had to come out to the stadium, had to reach the hotel. That is why we have to wait for a little bit. But now we are live. So Trishadi, a disappointing start to the series. Just before the World Cup, we are expecting a winning start will be perfect for the team India. But ultimately it turned out to be a very easy chase and easy win for Aussies. I think the way they batted, especially Litchfield. But the factor is that the dropped catches. So I will talk to you first. What went wrong? Obviously, drop chances, the bowling. What went wrong for you?
I think what I understood, and especially, actually in the press conference, it had almost become Harleen Dewal and my exclusive chat. Because other than me, there was another Australian journalist who asked two questions to Harleen, but rest of the questions were all mine. So I did ask her that, obviously we lost a lot of tempo in the middle overs, which is something we spoke about in the lunch. And she said something very interesting. She said that, when we looked at the pitch from outside, it seemed like the pitch is an absolute batting deck. But
Hmm.
when we went into bat, it the ball was coming on slowly to the bat, and it was not easy to play. So I think that's one of the reasons that India went in with four spinners. India read that the pitch will eventually get slower and will have some turn when it comes to the second innings. But that
Hmm.
actually didn't pay off. Clearly did not pay off. So the bowling selection didn't work. Krantikar, I would say, bowled okayish. You cannot expect any pacer to bowl, superbly in a
Yeah,
wicket which has
outstanding.
nothing to offer. Wow, there's a truck.
Okay, some extra life for Trishadi.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I think you cannot really expect uh, about the four spinners. There was absolutely no turn, and then
Hmm.
add on the four catches that you have missed. Nothing has gone India's way. Absolutely.
Absolutely. But as you mentioned the press conference, you also had to chat with the Phoebe Litchfield. What a knock from her. And I just want to know the answer that what she answered about the secret of her energy and the fitness that she showed. I think when others were struggling, she was superb. The way she was running, she was playing after that fielding effort, superb.
Yeah, actually, I did not quite ask her about the energy because she was full of energy when she came for the press conference, also, So it seems like there's something that she has in her diet which none of us probably know.
Yes.
But she said some very interesting observations about her own batting. I think
Hmm.
one of the reasons that she put out that she has a lot of energy is because apparently her brain works very fast. So she kind of, she said it's difficult to adjust from the 100 to the ODI format because her brain was working faster, and she was laughing that, I kept trying to go for the switch hitters, and that ended up in my wicket. But in general, I think Phoebe did say that it is very, very hot out there. But she said they're enjoying. I mean, see, this is the thing with Australia. They enjoy in every situation, and as long as they enjoy in every situation, it's perfectly fine. I think one more example of Australians enjoying in every kind of situation is Perry was walking out, and Perry actually had cramps. But the way
Hmm.
she was walking out was as if she has just scored a 150 and declared the innings. It's not like she's walking out. So suddenly, when she retires, and we went to the Australian media guys who were sitting in the media box along with us, they said, "Does she have a cramp, or is she just retiring out so that Beth Mooney can play?" So they go like, "No, no, no, she is suffering from cramps." So, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Somehow, guys, let me tell
Yeah,
you this.
it's
The
a very
one thing
thrilling
that I
live
feel
show.
here is
Thrilling live
the
show.
drivers here are always on a Formula One racetrack for no apparent reason. And that's why I'm almost entering a bush and I'm like, please go, please take the entire road. Just don't hit me. But yeah, the press conference with CP Litchfield also was amazing, Uh, You cannot believe the kind of energy she brings in. I think, um, yeah, it's almost like she hasn't batted, she hasn't fielded, she has just
Yeah.
come out and given this press conference.
Yes, yes, absolutely. But okay, there are a lot of comments for us. We'll definitely
Yeah, let's start
take
taking
those.
comments because we can't do the show whole night, but I can see comments
Yes,
coming in every
yes,
second.
yes, yes. So let's take those comments one by one quickly. One second. Okay, Shagnik Bhattacharya saying, is scoring rate for India a concern? In spite of dropped catches, Australian state batters batted at a much better strike rate.
Yeah, I think Phoebe Litchfield herself said this, that you know what, 280 and 310 are very different when you're coming to, I mean, when you're chasing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it would have been an impossible target, but when you're chasing anything above 300 in a 50 over game, your mindset is a little different. So I agree. And you know what, Shagnik? The entire point is it's not like India was not on course to get that many runs. India could have easily got more than 300 runs. It's our failure, our collective failure, that we could not really challenge the Aussies. That's the bigger concern for me. It is not even that we lost the match. It's okay if you lose a match against Australia. It's not a big deal. The big deal starts when you lose a match like this. That 280 is chased as if there was no total at all.
Exactly. Okay, Nivya in asking, did India make the right call at the toss?
Um, I do think that India made the right call at the toss because, see, you have to go by what's your strength, right? And India's
Mm.
strength is batting first. So India went with it. Now imagine this, Nivya. If India had bowled first and probably gone for a 350 or 360, I don't think that would have been chaseable either
Yes, yes,
because there was no
absolutely.
dew. There was almost nil dew.
Yes. Okay, again a comment from Nivya in. I hope Renuka, Pooja, and Amanjot join the World Cup squad. Bowling seems a little light for now. See, Renuka
Sorry,
and
what?
Amanjot will be there for the World Cup, but Pooja will not be there. Pooja has not been selected because she is still recovering from the injury. So Renuka and Amanjot is there for the World Cup.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Nivya and saying
In
India
fact,
played so well in
when
England.
we were coming back, sorry, Snehashish, to interrupt you.
Yeah.
In fact, when we were coming back, Renuka was rolling her arms over, and it was very interesting. The moment the match ended, the fielding coach came out and gave a few catches to Uma Chetri and Sayali Sadgare, who weren't even there, didn't even miss catches. But anyway, I think that was just his way of venting out frustration.
Yes, yes. Okay, Nivya and saying India played so well in England. Did we really play well, or was England just so bad? Having doubts now. No, I think you cannot criticize the wins in England, right, Tushadi? I know they lost
Sorry?
badly today, but Nivya and saying India played so well in England. Did we really play well, or was England just so bad? Having doubts now. Nah.
Wait, I'm trying to see the comments so that I can, get
Yes, yes.
them.
Point out.
India played so well. England wasn't bad. India wasn't. I mean, you know what? I wouldn't say we got the worst team.
Hmm.
Sorry, what? Shubham Vashish, we got one of the worst team in women, still hyped like they won 3-4 World Cup. Then you don't watch, Shubham. Then you don't watch. It's not like the men's team is winning every day. It's not like we are winning everywhere. So you can't complain about the women's team. Yes, point out their mistakes, and that is fine. But don't tell me that they're being hyped. What are they hyped? Where are they hyped? Exactly. In the entire city, there is not a single hoarding. So don't tell me they're being hyped. You don't want to watch the matches. Nobody has forced you to.
Yes, absolutely. Another comment from Shagnik Bhattacharya. Yes, same question. Toss is becoming very vital on such pitches in modern day cricket. Similar thing happened in men's final 2023. The pitch gets better to bat in the second half and with the dew coming down.
Eh? Whose comment are you taking?
Shagnik Bhattacharya.
Shagnik. Yeah, okay. Yes. Same question. Toss is becoming very vital. That one.
Yes, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, same question. Toss is becoming very vital on such pitches on modern day. Similar thing happened in Ben's final 2023. The pitch gets better on in the second half, and with Dew coming in, I think for that it is important to have that many bowlers. The biggest mistake that India is doing is playing with just five bowlers. Snehashish, I don't think that five bowlers is enough. You have to have six bowlers. Maybe not eight bowlers like Australia. That is overreaction to things in the world. But six bowlers for sure.
Yes, absolutely. You cannot go to a World Cup with only five options in your side. You definitely want at least six options because one or two bowlers might have a bad day on a particular day. Then that extra bowler can give you that cushion. I am surprised that Pratika didn't get to bowl that much because I was thinking even I texted you that maybe Pratika will get to bowl considering the pitch conditions and all, but somehow she didn't because of the due obviously due playing a factor I think. But really you are going to play the World Cup, you have to come up with six bowling options for your captain in the playing 11. Otherwise, it is going to be very difficult, especially in this kind of wickets.
Yes. Nivya is
Yes.
saying if India are chasing, what is the high score we will be comfortable chasing without feeling the pressure? Can a score about 300 be chased? Yes, I. It's not that I think that 300 is not chaseable. It's just that I repeat again, and it is no one's fault really. But we have not got pace bowling options, or we have got them. We are not using them. I thought in this wicket, Arundhati was a must. I think Snehashish and I have already spoken about this a number of times in our WhatsApp chats also that in a pitch like this, you cannot
Mm.
keep Arundhati out, especially if you do not have someone like a Renuka. So I do think that the team selection, it all again boils down, Nivya, to the team selection.
Yes.
Um, Again, I spoke to Harleen about, and I asked her that, when did you choose and which bowler did you choose to go after? What was your thought process? She said, look, the wicket was slow. That's why I took a few balls to settle down. But to be honest, the number of balls that Harleen took to settle down was when Pratika was completely thrown off the wicket. And
Mm.
and Pratika got out, Herman got out, then Harleen playing a 50 and getting out made no sense.
Yes. Okay. Deepak Singh, Pratika with the bat, Pratika in field. I was just waiting for her to snatch the ball from Harmanpreet. Deepak.
Who will snatch the ball from Harmanpreet?
For her, I think I think he was waiting for Pratika to snatch the ball from Harmanpreet. But why?
Why? Oh my god. No, but you know what? I did expect Pratika to bowl, or at least Pratika should have bowled. Yes, another spinner. The only other option probably could be Smriti with the ball coming in and bowling those half half pace, half spin ball. But other than that, we genuinely lack pacers. If this is the bowling lineup that we are going with, then I'm sorry, but India has to put up 320 on the board.
Yes. Okay. Next comment. I think sports fan have a very interesting comment. Sports fan India's catching efficiency in ODIs ranks 12th among 14 this year, only above Zimbabwe and USA.
Sorry,
Sports fan commenting India's catching efficiency in ODIs. This one.
this is who? This is women or men?
I think women only.
Women Zimbabwe. How does he know about Zimbabwe in the women's team? That too.
I think he
I
must have
doubt that. Postman,
seen some
I
stats.
have my doubt.
Yeah, I don't
You're
know
just
the
trying
stats
to
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just trying to troll them. I understand they have been poor, but Zimbabwe team यार क्या बात कर रहे हो? आपको खुद ही नहीं पता जिम्बाब्वे टीम के बारे में. Abhishek is
Yes,
saying that Australia women are just too good. That's why they have won 7 World Cups. No, they make
yes,
everything seem so easy.
exactly.
Arundhati
Okay.
did well versus Australia this year. Any chance for her to play, or only Renuka will replace Charani next match? You don't know whether Renuka will replace Sharani next match, because while I did see her bowling after the match, but it was not in full throttle. She was just coming in two steps and rolling her arm over. She was not bowling. So I'm not 100% sure that in humid conditions she will be exposed. I think India might see the Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan matches as match practices. And they would be wrong.
Okay.
Sri Lanka match, they would be wrong if they think that that's match practice.
Yes.
Okay,
Next one.
Sportsman says,
Should Harling be
should
sent?
hurling be sent when Pratika is batting? Their deadly combination converts ODIs to snooze fest. Snehashish.
See, I think at number three, Hallin is the only option you have now. I know there is Jamie and all, but the team management has concreted this thing that that Jemima will be their number five batter. So when you see the available options for that number three slot, only Hallin is there. There is no one. Yastika was another option, but unfortunately she missed now because of the injury. And with Uma Chetri in the mix, Uma Chetri cannot bat at number three. She has she doesn't have that game to play that number three anchor role. So I think to whatever the available option, Hallin is the best bet. And see, if you go through the stats in last 1 year, whenever she has got opportunity, she has managed to put up some scores. Even today also, she scored a 50. I know that she failed again to convert a 50 to a big score and all, but she is getting those starts. I think hopefully with time she will make up these mistakes and come up with some big knocks, especially in the ODI World Cup. Hopefully, but right now I think Tushadi will absolutely agree with me that there is no one other than Harlin for the number three role right now.
Absolutely, not in this team.
Yes.
For sure. Harmanpreet is so lucky to have a place in the team. She only performs during World Cups, but I guess what that's what we need. Snehashish, your question this.
Uh, See, I think injuries have played a huge role. I think for the last 1.5 years, I think that is why that have played a huge role. But if, as you mentioned in the World Cup thing, if you see the stats in the last T20 World Cup in Dubai, I think she was the highest scorer for India. She scored those runs. Again, strike rate, strike rotation, fitness, whenever in which position she is coming to bat in different games, all these questions will come up, but still she will score those runs in knockout games or in the World Cup stages. So again, hopefully she will score again in the upcoming World Cup, but we will love to see her scoring some runs in this series because that will be a confidence booster going forward to the mega World Cup. But and I think she will today also. It was a nothing shot, but she played a beautiful six. I think that was a brilliant shot. I think on the up through the leg side, it was a brilliant shot. But unfortunately, I think she misjudged the cutter from Annabelle Sutherland. She didn't understand the ball will come back into her. So let's see 2 innings left in the series. Hopefully, a big knock will coming. And as you mentioned, just like she always scored in World Cup, hopefully in this World Cup also she will score.
Yeah. Let's take the next one.
Yes.
Everyone's saying Pratika and Smriti is the best opening pair, but my point of view, they don't have good communication while batting. In 15 innings, three or four runouts happened between both of them. Okay,
Yeah, I think.
so I think the Prince of World, what you're saying is a mixture. If somebody is getting run out in a pair, does not mean they are not good as opening pairs, right? They have 5 century run partnership. They
Yeah.
have they have at least scored 50 in most of the innings that they have opened together, especially with Shafali, because with Shafali it was extremely difficult to get those partnerships going, right? So finally, India has got a steady opening partnership. That's the point. As far as being the best opening partnership, I think it's not in the world or something of that sort. It's in India. In India, they're definitely the most consistent. Today, also, when both of them were batting, it was an absolute sync, and even Pratika was scoring well. It's when, and you will see this is a pattern. It's every single time that Smriti gets out and Harleen comes in. Harleen takes 15-20 balls to settle down. In those
Mhm.
15-20 balls, Pratika also slows down, and then while Harleen knows how to shift her gears, Pratika has no idea how to shift gears. That's why she gets stuck and then she gets out. That's the whole problem. So if you see, it's all good blaming Pratika for the strike rate, blaming her for slow innings because Harleen Deol made it up, later on in her innings. But when Harleen came out to bat, even Harleen from the other end was not getting singles and was not getting runs. But if you look at the openings there, Pratika still plays in the gaps, settles down. By then, Smriti has already got going. In fact, playing with Pratika has increased Smriti's strike rate. So, she has been playing way more aggressively, and Pratika also hits boundaries. It's not like she doesn't. But then, their partnership is broken, and Harleen comes in. That is when Harleen takes 10, 15, 20 balls to settle in. And in those 15, 20 balls, the Indian innings suffers the most, to be honest.
Yes.
And
Okay.
running between the
Great.
wickets, the second part of this, running between the wickets with Indian players will always be a problem because we aren't typical, players who are looking for runs. If you see other teams team players like for an Aussie team or for England team, you will see they're always ready to take a single. But with us, we taking a single or running doubles is the last option. So I think that becomes a bit of a problem.
Yes.
What horrible fielding! India showed their ability in fielding last matches, but today, oh god, I'll take
Yes.
that, Nehati.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I think last few matches and this match you are confusing because under lights India had a tough time viewing the ball. It's not an excuse, but that is what happened. India has to work hard on fielding. That's one area that we need to work hard on. And I'm guessing in the next two matches we will see them improving a lot.
Yes. Creative Bharat has asked, does India have a fielding coach?
Yeah, I just saw that. Does Yes, India has a fielding coach. ये जो कैंप्स किए इन बेंगलोर एंड वाइजैक इससे अच्छा तो पहले ही कर रहे थे एटलीस्ट इन फील्डिंग.
Okay.
Why always India losing against Australia because of fear? Snehashish, जवाब दीजिए. The
Why
nation
always
wants
India
to know.
losing against Australia? Because of fear. No, no, there is nothing called fear, I think. Two teams are playing game of cricket. There is nothing so called fear. Because India because see, I think when India went to the dugout after scoring 281, I think as rightly Captain mentioned, Harmanpreet Kaur mentioned in the post match presentation that they were 20, 30 run short. I actually buy that point. Yes, they were short. But just think Jemima took that catch of Litchfield on zero. Okay, and then other chances. Then Australia team 50 for 2 chasing 280 on this track. Things could have been different. Could have been because all the spinners and wicket will bring up the spirit also the team even in the fielding and from the bowlers also. So things could have been different. The main factor that chances were there, but you couldn't capitalize. What Harmanpreet Kaur rightly mentioned also in the post match. So I think your bowlers did enough at least with the ball. But after 25 overs, when the dew came in, I think it was very difficult for everyone. And it was bound to happen. Your best chance was to take wickets with that new ball in those past 20-25 overs, take at least 4 or 5 wickets, and then give that challenge to the Aussies. If you can win this game from that position, you win this game. Then things could have been different, but you didn't took the catches. You failed to take wickets with the new ball, and you came up with 4 spinners. I think that is why things got messier for Team India in this match. Okay, I think Trishani, we can wrap up the show. I think all the points have covered. We have covered because there
Yes,
are
all the points
yeah
have been covered. Right,
yeah
done.
all the there are some comments we know, but
We will do a
if
live tomorrow afternoon.
yeah, we will definitely do that. We'll discuss what went wrong and everything, and going forward to the second ODI, which areas India should look to improve and all. But till then, thank you, Tushadi. Thank you everyone for joining in. Till then, thank you. Take care, and let's meet in the next night.